Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kharisma Wulansari from class 2B, majoring in English Education from UIN Raden Massaid Surakarta. I'm here want to submit my semester assessment from the Cultrure understanding courses, and I will explain about any cultural difference between Indonesian and American. Happy watching. First is about how American way in holding a conversation. The culture of the resident here tends to be more relaxed and informal. Sometimes you can have a long conversation with people you don't know while standing in long queues, which is an unusual occurrence in the US. Greeting in the United States tend to be informal. Just make sure you smile and call someone by their first name. And the second is some culture shock will happen when American or Western come to Indonesia or vice versa. First is about the habit of eating rice. The habit of Indonesian eating rice all day is sometimes considered strange by foreigners, especially when we eat rice in the morning. For most American, rice is a menu that is not suitable for breakfast. The problem is about taking a bath 2 times a day. Americans don't always shower as often as Indonesia, who usually shower in the morning and evening. It's not that Americans don't like bathing or live clean. They live in areas with 4 seasons. In winter, people rarely sweat, so bathing is not really necessary. 3. Like to eat spicy. Some Indonesians really like spicy food. All dishes are not delicious if they are not made spicy. This is not contrast to most Americans who rarely use hot chili pepper in their cooking. And third is an illustration of how American families taking of their children. 1. To prioritize polite communication. American parents realize children as important asset of the country that must be educated in the right and wise way. When children make mistakes, parents choose not to use violence as punishment. Parents know that violence will only add new problems. 2 is cultivating self-reliance early on. In America, children are accustomed to being independent since childhood. Because their parents are busy at work, so they have to get used to solving problems on their own. 3 is use gadgets properly and wisely. In America, parents are much as possible to do not give cell phone to minors. They prefer small talk with children when they have a free time. And the fourth is about what culture's values do you feel different between Indonesian and American. First, in Indonesians, most people eat rice as a staple food. Americans prefer to eat bread or potatoes as a staple food. Second, ethics in socializing in America is too free. Indonesian ethics and moral are always put forward. Third, school uniform. American schools do not have uniform rules. Students are free to any clothes as long as it is polite and neat. The fifth is describe the different concept of time between Western and Indonesia. In Indonesia, there are so many people who are negligent, so it is often called not respecting time, while America really values time. In America, they consider tardiness to be disrespectful until there is not tolerance as in the world of lecturer in Indonesia. We can see it from the busy pedestrian traffic and it seems as if they don't care about their surroundings. Most of them always arrive on time, even a few minutes earlier than arrived whenever there was an appointment. And the last one is about educational values of Indonesian different from that of Americans. The first is about the education system. Indonesian and American have quite striking difference in education system. The difference between the two is that in American, they place more emphasis on direct practice in the field, in contrast to Indonesia, which uses more material in each lesson. Second is the scoring system. In America, they are not fixated on the value in the report card to see their intelligence. To see the intelligence, they look more at the child's way to explaining and exploring things. In contrast to Indonesia, which makes grade as a sign of intelligence and uses the national exam as a graduation requirement. Third is the teacher example. In American, there are no free horse. In American, the teachers who come are disciplined than the student. The teacher arrives early. If the teacher cannot attend to a teach, then the school has already looked for a replacement to teach. This is different from Indonesia, where sometimes teacher is not present and the school teacher concerned does not prepare a substitute teacher to teach. Okay, those are some explanations about the cultural difference between Americans and Indonesia. We can see that different regions have different cultures. Hopefully, we can respect each other's culture. I think that's enough from me. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.